Four things I'm going to demonstrate real quick are I'm going to show you how to take an array, add up all the elements to get the sum. We're going to find the largest number. We're going to find the smallest number. We're also going to find a particular index number if we need to. And these are all pretty simple, but they all each require their own individual for loop. So let's start with the first one, summing all the elements. We want to start with the index number here, 0, and go all the way up. I want you to notice something. I have the array out of order. And that is going to happen where the array is not in a perfect numerical order. So what we need to account for is sorting the array, which we're going to cover in future lessons. So for summing all the elements, we're going to start at 4 in I equals 0. I becomes less than numbers.length. And we're going to increase each time so that we grab every element. Above it, I'm going to create an integer sum equals 0. And I'm just real simply going to make sum plus equal whatever the value is at numbers of I. And then afterwards, I'm going to just print out the sum. So I'll show you that real quick. The sum of all these numbers is 242. Supposing I wanted to find the average. That would be real simple. I'd just take the sum and divide it by numbers.length. Granted, it's going to return a whole number, but the average number is 16. Cool. Okay, the next one, get rid of this, is I'm going to find the largest number. So I'm going to create an integer called max, set equal to 0. Or the other way I could do it would be to take max and set it equal to numbers of 0. So that way it has an initial reference to refer to. So I'm going to do it that way. Integer max equals numbers of 0. Create another for loop, but this time I'm going to start at the first position. Integer I equals 1 so that it can progress through by beginning that first comparison and then move down the line. I is always going to be less than numbers.length when we are working upwards. So then it's going to check if numbers of I is greater than the value of max, which max will change here in the event that it is greater. So if numbers of I is greater than max, then max is now going to equal numbers of I. And then at the very end, we should see that the value is max. So let's take a look at that real quick. The highest number at the end of the day here should be 39. So does 39 come up? It does. I could show you this sequence here, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just comment out this print line real quick. And I'm going to show you the whole comparison here. System.out.print numbers of I, do a plus, whoops, do a plus, do quotation, slash tab, that puts a tab in there, plus max. So it's going to show you the comparison. Now max is going to be on the right each time, and it's going to go right down the line. So I'll show you this. I don't like that. Let's do a print line then. Let's do it like that. So the first time, and we're going to look right at it, number of I, which is the first position, is 15, max is 2. 15 is greater than 2, so it replaces it. Next time it's looking at 6. Is it greater than 15? No, so it does not replace it. Keeps going down the line, 8 to 15, 10 to 15, 3 to 15, does all the comparisons all the way down to where 39 reigns supreme and is our final answer. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here, and for smaller and index of, start a new video.